You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
In the last 3 years, we have seen unprecedented changes in society. These changes challenge every major paradigm that has shaped our lives, nations, cultures, and communities. It is during times like these that we turn inward for truth. I too began to question the meaning of my existence and the meaning of success. Often, through these quiet, contemplative reflections, we come to find our purpose, our giftings, and even, as some would say, our calling in life. I choose to use my gifts in the service of goodness for the collective. After spending nearly 3 decades in the world of direct marketing, I have witnessed a broad spectrum of changes in our industry. Having built a global organization that generated billions of dollars in sales, I have learned invaluable lessons in business and in life. I have been called to start a project that honors 2 words: love and contribution. I am building a global community that is focused on the well-being of everyone around us, physically, financially, and spiritually. With that said, get ready, for you're about to be a part of something meaningful, fun, and genuinely profound. It is time to get excited and rise to the calling of something far greater than what has been.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone on the call. My name's DEPHY, and I'm currently based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And, it being Christmas and all, I'd, like to wish everyone, first and foremost, a Merry Christmas, right? For those who are celebrating, it doesn't matter where you are, but, it being Christmas season and all, hope everyone's having a lot of fun, right? So yeah, that's great. So let me introduce a little bit about myself. My name's DEPHY, and I've been a business owner, and I've provided consulting solutions for businesses and business owners for like about 30 years now, right? About 30 years now. And out of the 30 odd years, 20 years has been as a business owner, where I've actually, owned my own business, built companies of my own, invested and built in Malaysia, as well as in another country in the region, right? So I had offices. So yeah, that's kind of really my background. And, coming forward, I was really, really excited to find an opportunity in 3 that allowed me to take, some of my best skills in business and in management, and also being a little bit of an introverted person. It allows me to take a lot of my skills and, repurpose it for an amazing business like 3. So, first and foremost, let me thank everyone for being on the call. And I'm going to just take a moment here to share my screen. Okay, let's do that. Then let's do that. All right, so finally, here we are. So thank you for that moment. So I'm going to take this little opportunity to share, something a little bit about this company, 3, as well as the story behind it, and about the founders, and about the people, and about the purpose of 3, right? So so what is 3? What is the company about? I came across 3 when I came across these business friends of mine some 10 odd years ago. And as I, being a business person at that time and having my own things to do, when I first saw and learned that there was an industry different from mine, I am a technology person, yes, and we still struggle a little bit with technology. But when I first, met and understood that there was an industry that was built on e-commerce, and that was built and founded by people who are entrepreneurs, I was really a little, I was still really in infancy. I was learning a lot of things. And 10 years fast forward to now, the company 3, I'm really, really excited to talk about something that I believe is going to be the future of businesses. And it's also going to be the future of the way people do businesses, right? Because the old traditional business, the days of brick and mortar, the days that I used to be familiar with, I truly believe that those days are kind of getting, really numbered, because today, everybody lives by their phone. Everybody orders things by phone, right? We do banking transactions by phone. And I'm really, really excited that at this point in my life, being where I am, having had many years of traditional business experience, that I've now come across an environment that, I believe is going to really take and propel, people like myself, right, an entrepreneur. And for many of us on this call are probably entrepreneurs. It gives us an opportunity to kind of propel ourselves into the future, right, where things are really very technology based, and and still we're able to do business and to function, right? So yeah, welcome to the entrepreneurial movement. 3 is a company that is an e-commerce platform and an entrepreneurial movement. And the background of this company, it was built based on the vision of a few amazing people, a visionary leader. Her name is Kim Hui, and a few of her best friends and colleagues and associates who have come together to build a company that is going to take health and purpose into the new future, right? So as we see so many things that around us have breathed a new life in the post-COVID era, right? You see initiatives, you see products, you see technologies, right? That is all taking a whole brand new direction. It's having a whole new life, right? And a whole new purpose. And 3 is a story that comes with a brand new vision about how companies should be, or how companies can serve its customers a lot better. So the background of 3 is is that people have come together to build a company that is founded based on the emotional aspect of human beings. It's purpose, there is love, and there's contribution. It's a very human aspect of this company that I personally am very attracted to, right? Because I come from a very traditional brick and mortar, technology kind of background. And it's really, really nice to be, to be able to be part of a vision and a movement that is very, very heart-centric and very heart-based, right? The company itself, 3, has got very logical functions. It is based and founded on 3 main purpose, or shall I say functions, right? The first is people. The company pays a lot of attention to its community of customers, its community of employees, its community of distributors, and they work with their people. The second thing about 3 is knowing that it is knowing its purpose, right? So, as I said earlier, the foundation, the 3 was founded by a vision, a community of people who wanted to do something more. And, I feel very, 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 very warm, to be associated with a group of people who want to do something more, right? And the purpose of 3 is really creating well-being for everyone around. And thirdly, the other pillar for 3 is providing the product and the platform. Every company has got to function by providing certain specifics. And for 3, they provide an amazing product and platform that is based on science and technology. And it's really, really amazing, right? Because, here we are, right, at the cusp of, the new era, the new millennium, where everything is really very virtual. Life is on an internet, there's virtual everything. People make orders on the phone. And here we are with an ability and a company with a vision that's going to take, the people, purpose, and also the opportunity forward, right? And the management team is made out of these gentlemen. I love listening to them. Daniel Piku is the CEO. I've had several opportunities, to shake hands with him. It's an amazing guy. He's the founder and CEO. Prior to 3, he's already had business success in, in e-commerce type businesses. So yeah, he's rich in experience and in talent. The Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Dan Gubler, and he sits on a management team. Not many companies actually have a high caliber professional, a Chief Scientific Officer on their team. And I'm really proud to say that 3 has the Chief Scientific Officer. Dr. Dan Gubler comes with many years of formulating products, he has patents pending, and he's also on the Caltech, he's from Caltech, right? Which is one of the 2 top universities for bio research, right? And that's amazing. Troy is the COO, Chief Operating Officer. I got a chance to meet Troy sometime earlier this year. Amazing guy. He comes with a background of having done logistics for companies that is over $1 billion worth, right? So yeah, these gentlemen, you know, as management team of 3, they are really experienced and they've got great credentials behind them. The mission of the company is to provide a platform that enables people like myself, you know, people who are business oriented or people who are looking to achieve something more in their life, providing a platform that allows the, you know, the world or us in general to achieve physical wellness, financial wellness, as well as spiritual wellness, right? So it's really amazing because, you know, this company 3 is very, very clear about what they're providing and how they're going to bring value to the world and the community around us. So it's really, you know, it's an exciting conversation. And 3 is at a very exciting place in terms of its business growth. Right now, where 3 is in phase 1, 3 has opened, the company has already opened 15 markets. It's already shipping products into 15 different markets, right? And, you know, being a young company, this is an amazing feat. I remember my days being a business owner and having, you know, just two countries, right? Now I'm just shuttling, gosh, you know, and for 3, a company to be able to deliver products to 15 different markets within its first year of operation is an amazing feat. But let me tell you what this means, right? For each and every one of us. Look, I've got some friends in Canada. I've got some friends as well in Philippines. I've got some friends in, you know, in Hong Kong and Taiwan. And what it really means is I can call a friend and say, hey, you know what? There's this company that's got some great products and it can reach you in your country. Isn't that so awesome? So yeah, I'm really excited that 3 has this, you know, global coverage, right? It's initially beginning with 15 countries. So let's sit back for a moment, right? For every company that has got great products, each one of it, especially in the field of wellness, we'd ask like, okay, so what's the difference? What's the key speciality of 3, right? What is the speciality of the products in 3? And for me, you know, I'm really, really proud to be associated with a company that has technological advanced methods, right? So 3 is a company that, you know, they go out and they explore and they collect and they, you know, go through this whole process of saying, this is okay, this is not, we're going to use this, we're going to not. They go through a process of putting things together and determining, curating the best out of what they found, and then creating products that are highly, highly, highly absorbable. And which means that their science and technology goes towards creating products that become very, very easily absorbed by the body. So one of the things I learned is that how healthy we are, how well our brain functions, or our body functions, or our joints functions, how well all of that functions is based on how much we absorb, not just how much we eat, right? So this is amazing because I think, you know, this science is really, really impactful. And the chief science officer, you know, as I mentioned earlier, he's on the management team, Dr. Dan Gubler. He's someone who's had a lot of years in formulating cellular absorption formulas, right? So he's somewhat like, if you think about, you know, think about cooks or chefs, right? He'd be a chef in a top Michelin restaurant because his ingredients, the way he puts things together, there's no other restaurant that does it the way he does, right? So, and yeah, and he's already someone who is already a health influencer with a lot of followers on the social media. So yeah, he's someone really experienced. And on top of that, he's someone who people listen to for their health advice. This is pretty amazing stuff. And together with him, there is also the scientific advisory board. And, you know, they're made out of professionals who come from Mayo Clinic, who come from Johns Hopkins, people who are medical doctors who've got a long background, a long history in medicine, who are also on the advisory board simply because they love the work that 3 is doing and they believe in the products and they just want to be a part of this amazing, company. Yeah. So now that I've introduced the company, I've talked a little bit about the management, I've talked a little bit about the science, right? I'd like to introduce a little bit about the products. And, whenever I come to this stage, it's like, yeah, okay, so what's the difference, right? So now I know your technology is bioavailability. So, 3 has this specialty, which is in making highly absorbable products. But what else? What else is unique? And here's another thing. 3 has 6 products currently that have been designed by Dr. Dan Gubler to work synchronously. It works together as a complete system. And on top of that, all these 6 products are sitting in the physician desk reference, right? So it's already available in this encyclopedia that doctors use to recommend drugs or things to people. But 3 sits in the supplement sector of the physician desk reference, and doctors can recommend nutrition using 3's products for their patients. Isn't that amazing, right? So here we go. The first of the 6 products, and I love talking about this because it really stirs the imagination. Vitality is a product that has a powerful combination of vitamins and minerals. So think of it as all the nutrition that you should get as an adult in a day, and all of that has been put together as Vitality, right? So it's a multifunction product, and it contains everything that an adult needs in a day. And I find that amazing. I call that convenience, like top 10 level. It's like, top rated, 10 upon 10 kind of convenience levels, right? And it promotes, it has prebiotics, probiotics, trace minerals, a bunch of minerals in there. So yeah, it's really compact product that helps people to promote their heart, brain, and eye health. It supports your gut. And most importantly, when, Vitality is one of those products that helps to give a lot more energy in a day, right? So yeah, tiredness, people who complain of fatigue by the end of the day, who can't go through a long day, this is a great product, to use, right? And here's another one, collagen. And collagen is made out of marine collagen. And I was surprised to find out that actually the collagen or the collagen in 3 in this product provided by 3, created by Dr. Dan Gubler, it addresses all of the body's needs relating to collagen requirement, right? It makes your hair, it addresses the healthy needs of the skin, the hair, the nails, right? And also the joints, right? So this is amazing. It's not like, one collagen for one joint, one, So yeah, imagine having to all of what you need being in one product, right? And here's the other thing. You take 10 days on and 20 days off. And in this exercise or this routine of just 10 days a month that you take this collagen product, the body is repairing its collagen factory, which means your body begins to be able to reproduce collagen of your own. Now, that's really, really amazing because it's retraining your body to produce something that the body has kind of slowed down, right? So it's kind of rejuvenating that, and you're, helping the body to be more resilient, yeah, and being able to produce more collagen. Here's another amazing product. I call it amazing. I mean, I say all the products are amazing because really I find them amazing. So here's one, right? Eternal. This is an amazing antioxidant product. It has, first and foremost, 200 milligrams of highly absorbable resveratrol. And for those who are taking antioxidant products and who know the value of anti-aging, right? Which means keeping your body in peak performance throughout this time, right? And also in advance. So what Eternal does is it supports and protects the cells from getting damaged, and also prevents the body from, or slows down, yeah, premature aging. So what does that really mean, right? Hey, you know what? I feel better in a day. My brain functions better in a day, right? And my organs, I just feel much more, much more able, right, in a day, right? So yeah, Eternal is amazing because it neutralizes free radicals and protection against UV damage through its content, yeah. There we go. Amazing product. Revive. This supports healthy joints, and it's kind of yellow because the active ingredient is curcumin. And what Revive does is it maintains a healthy inflammatory status in the body. And oh my gosh, it's through the numbers of people, or a few people that I've shared it with, and Dr. Dan Gubler, he says this: if your body is swollen, or there's inflammation around the body, we're unable to move. And when we're less able to move, then we begin to have a different type of problem. And so, Revive fits in really, really nicely, because for me personally, I've been able to do a lot more exercise, go do more things that, in the past, it used to be quite tedious, because it resulted in a little bit of pain. So I kind of avoided too heavy exercise or too much exercise. But you know what? With this, it has really helped a lot, and it also helps the joints. Purify, it's a product that I highly, highly recommend to everyone, simply because, with Purify, it helps to eliminate the heavy metal toxins that are accumulated in the cells in the body, because some heavy metals don't pass out of the body naturally, right? So what I learned from Dr. Dan Gubler is, hey, Purify, with high bioavailability, it gets absorbed by the cell, it goes in there, it picks out all this heavy metal toxins, and it takes it out of the body naturally. It detoxifies and cleanses the liver, the lungs, the colon, the kidney, and the skin. Wow, that's really amazing stuff. So yeah, that's Purify. It's a detox product, and on top of that, it supports healthy weight. This is amazing, right? So yeah, there are amazing stories coming out of people taking Purify, whereby they're able to kind of feel better from a weight standpoint. It's really amazing stuff. And here's another one, Immune. And Immune is really to promote the innate and the adaptive immune system in the body, right? So our body immune system, be able to function better, right? And prevent or reduces the fact that we feel or we become overwhelmed by external viruses and external bodies that are trying to overwhelm our body, right? So it's really, really, it's a fantastic product. And on top of that, it takes care of the gut. Yeah. So Immune's an amazing product. So there you go. 3 has just 6 products, all of which work together as a complete system. But more importantly is the science and the fact that 3 can prove the value of its absorption rate. So over here is a diagram that kind of, shows the testing results of 3's absorption compared to general products in the marketplace, right? So being already a company that is based on phytonutrients, the content of 3's products are extracted from plants, I think that puts 3, kind of really heads up, right? Like compared to a lot of products which are synthetic, 3 is natural. And when we look at this chart, we also understand that compared to other products, the absorption rate for other products in a similar category would be generally 10%. But if you compare a product similar to Purify outside, and then you compare the absorption of Purify and a product similar to Purify, you are looking at 10% absorption on a similar product, but Purify is 8.8 times more, right? Or 88% more. So basically, what does that mean? Let's just put it in really simple terms, right? Which it just basically means if you're spending $10 on a product outside, you're able to absorb just about $1 of the content of that product that you purchase. But with 3 products, this testing result shows that the absorption rate is 8.8 times, which means out of $10, you're able to absorb the nutrition, equivalent to about $8.80 kind of numerics, right? And if it was an equivalent multivite, you're talking about 4 times more, or Immune 4 times more, or Eternel, right? An antioxidant product compared to 3's antioxidant product, you're talking about an absorption ability of 9.5 times more than an external product. So really, folks, for me, it's really value for money. So this is good fun, right? It's amazing stuff. And here's another piece, which is, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh wow, right? And in my brain, I had I've always been told by doctors, when you go and fill up a form at the clinic, when I go and fill up forms at the clinic, they will ask things like, oh, what's your family history? Did they have such and such diseases? Did they have those and this and that kind of, and we have to check all these things out in a checkbox, right? Because those were the kind of things that would alert the doctors what to look for when we go talk to them, right? But here's what this epigenetic study says. And it says that, hey, you know what? We don't really inherit diseases, genetic diseases. We don't really inherit diseases from the family tree. What this epigenetic study shows is that our genes can behave well or they can behave badly, and that is very dependent. When it behaves well, we are healthy. When it behaves badly, then we become unhealthy, right? And all of that is really the result of lifestyle, food, nutrition. And in this report, right, what you're able to get out of this report is to know that it is scientifically proven. The test results show that nutrition in 3 helps with maintaining energy production, supporting healthy inflammatory status, maintaining antioxidant system in the body, supporting healthy blood sugar and insulin levels. So it shows that the nutrition helps your body to manage blood sugar levels, manage the blood insulin levels, promotes cognitive function. So it's amazing, right? Because this epigenetics study therefore shows us that not every disease is really inherited. It's really the quality of the food that we take, right? So there we go. And for me, this is a very big piece coming from, we all have stories in the family, but yeah, this is really very, very uplifting, yeah, for every one of us, I should think. It's amazing. So there we go. As a business owner, I've always, wanted to have a situation or be involved in a company that, was producing great products, right? And as a business owner, I had always, wanted to know what is the rewards, or how do we get associated with good products, good services, right? Good business people, right? So 3 is one of those companies, one of those few companies, that allows for its community of customers to also be able to earn an income. And I was really excited, just like, a couple of weeks ago being in Jakarta, and I learned that there is this trend shaping up, right? I mean, if we think about business as, the old business and right now the new ones, really, we want to be able to share and make money out of the things that we love, right? Whether it be in food, whether it's in supplements, right? We want to be able to share and make some income. And this is known as social e-commerce. And I'm just going to explain a little bit of what that means coming down the road, right? So the opportunity provided by 3 allows each of us who are customers to also create a little bit of income through our time with 3. So here we go. There are multiple streams of income, multiple ways in which we can make money. So the first one is retail commissions, and then the customer acquisition bonus, the product introduction bonus, team commissions, leadership matching, and the global leadership bonus pool. So the first one is retail commissions. And basically, if you are a customer of 3 and you own your own website, your friend can go to your website, and when they purchase a product, you're going to make 25% off that purchase, right? So that's really easy. Or your friend could maybe just want to buy wholesale price. They don't want to buy retail. They want to buy products at wholesale price. Well, all that they got to do is go to your website and choose the option to have a $30 membership for the year, and they'd be able to enjoy wholesale price for the year. Now, what about customers who say, hey, you know what? I also am open to the idea that there's a possibility I could earn a little bit more money. I could accidentally introduce this product to some friends, and hey, I could have some extra income out of that. So here's what happens, right? You tell your friend, when you go to my website, you're going to choose any one of these packages from the intro pack, the premium pack, or the business builder pack. And the money that you put in, you're going to get products, right? Between $200 to $1,360 US dollars, you're going to get some products. And if it was your website, you're going to earn between 25 to 245 US dollars. But on top of all of that, 3 rewards all our distributors, in a way that says, hey, you know what? You're also going to be able to accumulate some points out of the spending of your friends and your friends' friends, and in any country. So think about it as, hey, you know what? Accumulating like Starbucks membership card points, you go to MPH, there are membership points. But if you introduce all of these friends, all of their purchases become part of your points as well. And what happens is the system would convert these points into US dollars, right? So imagine that, you had a few friends, you introduced 3 to a few friends, and when they purchase product, you get some points. And then when they introduce to their friends in any other country, you get some points as well. And all of these points, it's going to roll up to you in the diagram on your left or right side. And essentially, the computer system is already working automatically. Every time it sees 300 or 600 points, 600 or 300 points, the pair of points, the computer system is going to say, aha, give you $35. So this computer system is sitting at the back and going like, oh, okay, I'm waiting for points to happen. Oh, you've introduced someone and your points are coming up. Hey, I'm going to convert those points into you. So it's really, really amazing, right? There's a lot of people who are today making good passive income, or decent passive income. You wake up in the morning, US is working, Canada is awake, they just had a whole day of work, and you see some cycles in your back office. Somebody bought some product. How amazing. So this is team commissions, right? So 3 pays up to 500 cycles a week. And that's pretty good money. That's 500 times $35. That's $17,500 a week. That's pretty good, huh? And here's the other thing, right? The company is going to bump it up to $45 per cycle when you have 10 customers, right, in your organization. Now that's pretty cool, right? So what happens when you introduce some friends and they get like really excited and they go out there and do a lot of business? This is check match, which basically means when you've introduced some friends and they're creating cycles, the company pays you a check match of 20% on your friends, and your friends are still going to get that full cycle amount, right? Like which is 35 or 45 in their case, but you're going to earn 20% of their cycles. Wow. So if they had one cycle, $35, you'd get 7. But what if a year down the road, they did 10,000 a month? The company would still give you a 20% check match. That means you get 2,000. Or, if they were doing 30,000, you get 20% of that, or even more, right? And then it'd be 15% for your friends' friends who are making cycles, 10%, and 555 up to level 7. So this is amazing. This is check match, because when you help someone to be successful, and the company rewards you for creating people who are successful in the business and helping them to be successful, right? And guess what? They'll bump it up to 30% when you have Happy 10. So that's pretty awesome. The Global Leadership Business Pool is for those people who reach 4-star director and above. The company takes the total revenue, takes 3% of that and shares it with everyone in the Global Leadership Pool who is 4-star and above. Now, isn't that amazing, right? I mean, like, you get bonuses every week. So, I love that, because, I used to work for people in the early part of my career, right? And bonuses were paid just once a year, right? And even when I owned a company, it was impossible to calculate bonuses every week. It was impossible. But in 3, it is possible to earn the Global Leadership Bonus Pool every week. So if you had friends and they asked you how to get started, well, there's a few, there's three obvious ways that people could get started. They could become a retail customer. They would buy retail off your website, or they could become a preferred customer on your website. They pay $30 and they'd be able to enjoy wholesale prices for the whole year. But here in Asia, here, you know, I've learned that people don't like to buy retail and they want to make a little bit of money. So I tell them, hey, you know what? Go the option of distributor, right? Choose to be a partner. And, you know, for $30, get a replicated website and get an online back office and just get started, right? So yeah, that's kind of what it is. And choose a package, the 200, the 600, the intro, the premium, or the business builder pack. Choose any one of these to get started, right? Equal opportunity. Any one of these packages allow you to earn, you know, all of the income streams mentioned earlier. The intro pack products has got 3 different products. If your friend orders or wants to purchase the intro pack, you get the $25 PIB, or the premium pack, which has more products. And you know what you'll receive is $100 on your website, and the business builder pack, which has, you know, more products as well, and you'll receive the 245 in your back office. So yeah, 3 is at a really exciting time in its space and in this business and in this industry, right? Like for me, I look at big picture and I go like, oh wow, it's great timing, not just in the business, not just the products, but also in this industry, right? Because 3 is right now at a point where we're just kind of like in the beginning stages and formulation, right? And it'll go through the concentration and the momentum stage. And when 3 goes through a momentum stage, that's when a lot of intensity and focus and a lot of, you know, wealth is generated for its distributors, right? Because revenue is just bumping up double every year. And that's really amazing. So for those people who are kind of, you know, wondering, you know, how old or how young this company is, we are really at its formulation stage. We did a launch in May in the US and in Hong Kong in June, just this year, right? So you're really right at the beginning with a huge, you know, runway ahead of you. Gives you a lot of time to build your skills, to build your team, to kind of really be in the business and to make something out of that, right? So there we go. You know, so I've kind of, you know, reached the end of the slides here. But you know what? Today I'm joined by 3 really fascinating and amazing friends, right, from different parts of the world. And I'd like to invite them to come along and join me on stage. So first, I'd like to invite Edgar Gatchalian, who's from the Philippines. And I found out a really exciting thing about him today. He's the first founder package guy. I mean, the person who bought the very first founder pack in Philippines. So please welcome Edgar. Edgar, over to you.
Thank you, DEPHY. That's such an awesome presentation. I'm so excited to be working with all of you. First of all, let me share a bit of background about myself. My name is Edgar Gatchalian, and I'm an entrepreneur. I've been managing our family's business for over 30 years. And our family's, the business has been running a traditional business model for about 50 years. But within our company, or within what we've been trained by my dad, was that we always believe that whoever has the first mover's advantage can potentially become a huge market leader in the industry. So we always look for new, exciting products that has a distinct advantage. So when this opportunity came, when my best friend from the US, Gilbert, contacted me, I signed up within 1 hour after his talk, after he gave me a short talk, similar to what you guys are attending today. So I believe that in this new form of business, wherein it's a global e-commerce, it feels like it's something new and different. Early in the 90s, in the late 90s, I was one of the first companies in the Philippines to establish an online e-commerce site similar to Amazon, but we could not sustain our heavy expenses of development of the website and everything. If you can imagine the early 90s and then the bubble, late 90s, and then the bubble exploded. So we had to close our business, unfortunately. And some people said that we were like 10 years ahead of our time because there was no logistics planning yet at that time in the late 90s. Everything was so difficult. But I did see the potential already in that kind of business. Therefore, when I talked to Nilbert and he shared the opportunity to me to be part of a movement like Three, I knew it was something that I could not allow to pass. You know, everything is already set up for you. The logistics, the website wherein people can order. It's so easy to use. And every time people order, you automatically get your commission. So, and there's no, don't have to chase payment, like a traditional business. You don't have to, you don't have to wait 60 days for your check to be issued by the client, by the customers. Here, the check is paid immediately the next day if it's a commission, it's a purchase. However, what I saw is that Three is not just purely about the business. Three cares for people because it's about the health. It's about sharing health to your friends. Who doesn't want to share this kind of good health products to your friends? I would just like to quickly share. 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago, I was one of the first patients with COVID in the Philippines. And it was very serious. One of the first 30 cases, I believe. I spent 57 days in the ICU and 17 days in a coma. So I really appreciate it that when you're given a second chance in life, you want to make the most out of it. So I want to be more healthy. So we focused more on health after that, after I recovered. And also I try to bring my kids and my wife to a healthier lifestyle. Thus, it's perfect for me. Three, health, the business model, everything that I was looking for is there. So it's just a time to capitalize because we're just in an infancy stage. If you're coming in 5 or 10 years later, maybe the growth will be slow, but this first 3 years it's gonna explode. So I really encourage everyone who has the inclination or this type of mindset that you want to be healthy and you want to have a great business opportunity. I think Three is the way to go. And you have all our support. As Defi said, it's a community. The community helps each other. The community is there for you to support you. And I felt this when I met Daniel and Dr. Dan in Hong Kong. They do not hesitate to come and talk to you and share. If you ask a question, they'll just share outright. There's no like, oh, I'm the big boss, I don't want to talk to the new recruits or something like that. They don't make you feel that way. They make you feel like you're part of the family. So that's why I encourage everyone. This is your chance. This is a great opportunity. Sign up with Three.
Thank you, Edgar. Thank you for sharing sharing experience. Thank you for sharing with us on the call today. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to bring onto the call someone who's from Hong Kong. He's based in Hong Kong, and I feel connected because he's someone who's been in a corporate environment for over 30 years. So over to you, Percy.
Okay, so good evening, good morning, and good day, everybody. And this is just after Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year. So my name is Percy. So thank you, Devi, to give me the chance to share my story. I was very admired to my daddy, and he told me to want to be success. All you need is just working hard and don't be so mean. So right after I graduated from a Hong Kong Polytechnics, the Institute of Textile and Clothing, and I entered the apparel business. And I've been working in the apparel business for almost 30 years. And I work very hard, and it is fortunate and also unfortunate. The fortunate is I can be promoted to be the senior management in a very short period of time. And I got a chance to assign to the by the company to oversee, to monitor the production base in China and also other countries, Southeast Asia country. But and also that time the income is is quite good. I got almost $1 million Hong Kong dollar a year, so it is okay. However, the unfortunate is I work most of the time, every I work very long hours. I work overtime and I have to travel all the times, and I miss the chance to spend the times with my family and also my friends. And also, in that such a apparel business, the problem every day happens, but almost the same about the workmanship, about the price, about the shipment time. So, however, I have to face the problem is the people. It's all about the politics in the company. And I can manage most of them, but I can't manage to face my boss. The last job, I held a government factory to increase the size of the company for 3 times for in only 2 years' time. It is so good, so happy. However, what I got is the jealousy from the owner, and he kicked me out from the post. And it is not my desire, and I was so sad, so unhappy, and fortunate, and frustrated. And I'm thinking I don't want to get into such kind of environment anymore. So I'm thinking to open up my own business. However, at that time, the business environment is not so good. And I see the booming of the Taobao, the Amazon. So I know so many garment factories. So I can grab some garments and open up my own e-shop. At that time, this is my thinking way. When I share my thinking with my friend, one of my friends told me that, oh, there's a company in Tsim Sha Tsui in Hong Kong, a business area, that they are also on the e-commerce, but it may not be suitable for you. But you can take a look how they can be so successful, and you can get some hints to work on your project. Of course, I will go to see. And I find there's a way of totally difference because at that kind of a business model, you don't have to spend so much money. You don't have to worry about all the administration work. All you do is only for sharing to people, and then you can start up your own business. So I changed my mind. I give up my own original plan and I participate to that platform at that time. That is almost 10 years ago. However, as you know that I say I was senior management, a kind of arrogant mind. So I work in my own way. The result is not so good, just so. However, I get to know a very good heart people in that company, especially like Kim Hui and also like Samson. There's a lot of great leaders. They're so kind, they're so warm-hearted, and they're so considerate. It makes me to see much more than what I have seen in my past 30 years. So it is also very happy that at the last year, December, I heard that Kim is going to restarting a new project again. So I have no doubt at that time, and I gone this free, yeah, at the February, at the first day of this company started. And the movement of this company is so fast and so great and so energetic that I can feel I can work much better. I'm sure I'm here in in this platform. I can work more than before. Especially my wife has some health problem a year ago, and it is because in this kind of business, I can spend most of the time to accompany her on the doctor consultation. Now she's almost get recovered. It is thank God that she is get recovered because this is quite serious sickness at that time. And I'm sure I can spend my lifetime and my second half of my lifetime together with her to enjoy our next life. This is my story to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Percy. Wow, thank you. It's amazing, huh? From corporate to entrepreneur. Awesome. So next, we're going to take a troop right around to the other side of the world. And we're going to speak to Jessica from Kansas. Hi, Jessica. Would you like
Hi,
to?
thank you so
Yeah. Hey.
much. Good morning,
Awesome.
good afternoon, good evening. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. So blessed to be on here. It's such an honor and privilege. You know, I've been working with Daniel Piku, our CEO, for quite a while. So I love his heart for people. I've had the opportunity to work with him and Dr. Dan for, you know, about 3 years now, 3.5 years. So you guys, like, they have such big hearts and they're so willing to help us. And just like, you know, we were sharing, like, they are real people that want to get to know you. So I think that, like, really stands the test of our company. I was introduced from my friend Amy Dunlap. She's an amazing leader, and I have an amazing group of chiropractors, nurse practitioners, certified regenerative health practitioners on my team, moms, you know, just a wide variety of people. But these products have helped me with my energy, my gut health, my skin, my hair, my nails, weight loss, my kids and myself with immune system, and also just like overall mental focus. I'm a wife. My husband Brad works in corporate America. I was in corporate America for 16 years. I have a 5 and a 7-year-old. In 2016, I was blessed with unemployment and decided to leave corporate America forever and be in this industry. And so it was a complete decision to really, you know, be with my kids and have that opportunity. And this industry has given me that. I love working, you know, and helping people with their dreams. So if you have a dream today and you're on and you're like, I just don't know how I'm going to ever get to that dream. You know, I was in corporate America and I was always like, you know, I had debt. I had credit cards. You know, I even had school loans at one time. And you're like, how am I ever going to pay this off? Like, this is a vehicle for you, right? We don't want to make any income claims, but what if you could, you know, just start to chip away at some of those things, your mortgage, car payments, things like that. Like, the world we live in, like, people are just barely getting by sometimes. And so this vehicle can help people in all stages of life, whether they're doing very well and successful and they just want to maybe, you know, even the most successful people always want an extra stream of income because they understand what we have here and the leverage we have from a business model. My dad was an entrepreneur. I have it in my soul and my DNA. Like, I literally was up this morning at 5:30 on a call with my team, and some of them are on here today. So just the people in the community are what really set this opportunity apart. It just, I can just feel it's something different, right? And we're at the beginning of the beginning of the beginning for something that's literally gonna impact the world. And it already is, because these products are amazing. So get with the person that invited you. And, you know, I was someone who can take a long time to make decisions, but when 3 came about, I immediately jumped in. Like, I've always been praying for a way to start with the company from the beginning. And so if you have that opportunity, those opportunities don't come along very often. And so here you are right now at the beginning of our company, and you can jump in right now. And, you know, like, I think about, like, the decision, like, it's a $29 decision that can impact the rest of your life. Get in where you fit in as far as, you know, products go. But literally, like, I don't want you to kick yourself later saying, hey, I should have done that thing, right? Because I knew about that company, but I didn't join, and it took you 10 years. Like, don't take 10 years. Don't take 10 minutes. Like, just make a decision. It's really, like, to me, it's a simple one, right? So thank you so much for the opportunity today. And I can't wait to meet all of you.
Wow, wonderful. Thanks, Jessica. Thanks for jumping on the call. It's like really early your time. So yeah, you know, for everyone who's been on the call with me, I want to thank you all very much. And to the audience who's been on the call with us, you know, the last 30 minutes or so, for 45 minutes or so, thank you for being on the call. So please get back to the person who invited you, you know, and if you have questions and answers, get that sorted out. And yeah, you know, as it is, you know, just make your decision, you know, and yeah, good luck. God bless. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Thank you very much, and cheers. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move